Hey, we're live. What the fuck is Gucci? Let me check my audio. What up, chat? What up, stream? What up, what up, what up? I hope everybody's well. What's good? This is Music Mondays. This is Zomb Slays. This is episode 23. We're here live and vibing. I hope you all had a good last week. I hope you all had a good week. I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you're all well, man. I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm vibing. I have a pretty good show for you guys today. Usual stuff, some more updates, some good rants. You guys know the drill. You guys know what's good. I got my coffee here. I got my smoke. I got everything I need. Um, but yeah, this is episode 23. Let me pull up my schedule here, and I will give you guys a rundown on what we're going to be talking about. If you missed it last week, episode 22 is also live on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube, type in Music Mondays, type in Zomb Slays, you'll find Music Mondays. But, like I said, I hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's chilling. And I think the only thing I have to do before we get started here is tweet the stream out on my account. But yeah, if you notice today, I tweeted something on Music Mondays that everything is changing this week, and it indeed is changing. It is the end of June. The end of June marks a turning of the page for Music Mondays in a good way, not in a bad way at all. We're just upgrading, leveling up, um, doing a lot of really, really good things, man. And I don't really want to get like super deep into it because I don't want to leak anything. It's gonna be all via social media, I think. Uh, by the next Music Mondays, which will be episode 24 on July 5th, you guys will have pretty much everything that I'm talking about already released to you. So it's gonna be exciting. By this time next week, Music Mondays will be changed. Music Mondays will be revamped. Music Mondays will be a whole new Music Mondays. And yeah, man. It took a lot of hard work and it took a lot of like nose to the grind. But without the help of like my staff and everybody else being like super super supportive and being able to like actually help us get content out, I don't think we'd be here this fast. But just know that Music Mondays is going through a really, really good transformation. A really good transformation. We're just going to be upgrading everything. By everything, I mean everything. You'll see when. You'll see when. But it'll be before June, or July 5th. Before episode 24. That's for damn sure. But that's all I'm going to speak on that, because that's a little too much information. But make sure you're following us on all socials. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at All Music Mondays. You can Google us at All Music Mondays. YouTube, All Music Mondays, Music Mondays. Yeah. Follow us. Keep an eye out. Make sure you're ready. It's going to be exciting. Let me think about any other updates. Sunburn's album is doing wonderful. He's working on more content for Keep It Secret, Keep It Safe. So if you haven't heard that as well, make sure you go check out Sunburn. Google Sunburn. Listen to this album because it's a wonderful piece of fucking art that the underground needed. So if you haven't heard it, go check it out. And go follow him as well because he's going to be putting out a lot of content for Keep It Secret, Keep It Safe. So that man is not done. Nope. For myself, I also announced my first single in like a very long time, but that's just because I was doing a lot of rollout stuff, doing stuff with Music Mondays here, doing stuff with my live stream. But my first single is also coming out July 1st, which will be around the time that everything's going down with Music Mondays as well. So it'll all coincide with each other. It's going to be really good. But dropping a new track titled That Should Be Me. And it's with Sunburn because we collabed on the beat. It's a remix of a Justin Bieber song, a really old Justin Bieber song, titled That Should Be Me. But me and Sunburn remixed it for more of an alternative, updated 2021 vibe. And yeah, be on the lookout for that July 1st, because that shit's gonna be insane. And it's one of those songs, right? I think I'll talk about this for a minute because it's just like it's just important to me. Um, I really love this next track that I'm putting out. Because I had heard the original song, heard like a live version on YouTube. Um, no, it wasn't on YouTube, but like it was just like a YouTube video on Facebook. And I heard like a real live version of it, and it really threw me for a loop because I was like, holy fucking shit. Um, like the acapella was just amazing, and I knew instantly I had to remix it, and eventually I had got a hold of the stems, got a hold of the acapella, and talked to Sunburn a little bit about it, um, see what he thought about where the direction was going for this track, and yeah, honestly, he was just like, I can record some guitar for you because I was having trouble like making a loop, finding a loop. I was really trying everything, and I was just having a bit of an issue with that. So, um, yeah, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Because it turned into like this sort of like okay track, and now it's just like an absolute banger. Like it's gonna be top tier Zomb Slays content for sure. One of my best songs in like a pretty long time. Yeah, actually a really long time. Because I dropped my last project, I'll Take the Hint, in February. And I'm not even sure if Music Mondays was like kicking back in February, to be honest. When was my first episode, chat? Let's go do some research. Because I don't even know myself. Like, yeah, sure, like, we've been at it for 23 weeks, but uh, when was the pilot released? Holy shit! The pilot was released on January 3rd of 2021. Let's fucking go. That's actually crazy. That's actually really fucking nutty. So, January. We've really been doing this for 6 fucking months. Wow, let's go. That's fucking insane. That is actually nuts. So yeah, good chit chat. That's amazing. That's truly, truly amazing. I love that. Now, um, yeah. So I'll Take the Hint. Like I said, dropped in February, and so if that was in February, we were already a month into Music Mondays, which is really crazy if you think about it. And then I had like a couple singles here and there, and then like my stream kind of took like a really really big uh like upturn, and my stream just got an insane amount of love throughout that time. And yeah, music kind of took like a slowdown. I never stopped making music or anything like that. I just kind of like didn't really focus much on releasing because I just had so much to do between Music Mondays, myself, my stream, sunburn, like a lot of things, you know. So I didn't really want to like super overwhelm myself. But now that everything's sort of kind of winding down, I can finally take this time to plan out my own releases and shit, and maintain Music Mondays and maintain everything else. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be sick. That guy's old as shit that just walked by us, chat. He's old as fuck. Um, I just noticed him from the background. That's why I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're already 6 months into the year as well. Like, I mean, like, look, like 2020 taught me a lot. Like by the end of 2020, I was like really like a whole different person. Like I really like matured and really like just changed. You know what I mean? And then 2021, my content like really expanded. Like I started taking my content like crazy serious. Like like even if that was even fucking possible, like more serious than I could have before. You know? So it's fucking nuts. Like 6 months later, and I've been doing Music Mondays that whole time. That's amazing. Truly. Pretty wild when you put it out like that. But I guess it's pretty cool to talk about now because uh, Music Mondays is just is truly becoming something. It's amazing. So, what we're talking about today? What's our main cup of tea that we got going on here, chat? Well, for starters, I had this subject and topic of discussion for uh, I think since last week. I think since we recorded last week, and everybody was here with me. And I think I was on a call with Sunburn. I don't know who I recall. I know I was on a call with somebody, and we were discussing sort of releasing music, and not really like in like a bad way or anything like that. Just more so like what I refer to it as, and Sunburn kind of like he was like, "Holy shit, you're kind of right." Um, I kind of refer to it as gatekeeping yourself because I saw a mutual talk about or really ask. He said something to the effect of like, which one of these like 500 songs should I drop? And like, I like thought to myself, I was like, yo, what the fuck? No fucking way. Absolutely not. Cause like, my thought process was this. I was like, if you have 500 songs, why aren't you fucking releasing that shit? Like to be 100 with you, like there's no reason you should have that much of a library and not have like every single release like at least semi done or planned if they're done already, you know? Like what the fuck is that? I was like, brother, you're literally just like gatekeeping yourself cuz like by the time like okay, like say you really are like progressing and shit, right? Like say you really are like making better and better music and you just have this like library of 500 songs, not all of them are going to be the same fucking quality. And it's like the shit that I talked about in like my earlier episodes about like uh quality quantity, you know what I mean? Because eventually like you're going to want quality over quantity, but after a certain amount of time like you're going to have to like make quality shit fast. So like what the fuck, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. It might just be more of like a sort of like a flex thing. Like, yeah, like I got this like hard drive full of bullshit. Like, and even that I don't even really see as like a flex. Like in my opinion, you know what I mean? Like I just don't. Cause it's just like I'm inclined to not really believe you. You know what I mean? Truly. Truly, like, inclined to just not even believe that you even have that much music. Because, like, I can't really think of a good reason to not release shit. Other than, like, maybe not being good at releases or not having, like, an organized release schedule or anything like that. But to sit back and say, yeah, which one of these songs should I drop? Like, I got so much music to drop, like, nobody can fuck with me type beat. Like, that's not really believable to me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really believe that shit. I just don't. Because, like, I know it can happen. Like, I have friends, right? I have mutual friends that, like, have trouble organizing releases, and I know have, like, two or three projects in the back burner, or fucking, like, uh, a bunch of releases ready to go. They just, they just don't know, like, what the fuck to do about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Like, I suppose I'm not really talking about those people because those people just really need to just apply pressure to themselves, to be honest. But for the people that are like, yeah, supposedly I got like fucking 500 songs and I'm just not releasing shit and I haven't released shit and can't organize a release to save my life, that's on you, brother. Like 3 years down the line, you can't fucking sit there and wonder like why the fuck you're not as far as you should be. It's because you're not putting out everything you should. You know what I mean? Like, you're literally gatekeeping yourself. Like, there's no reason for you to, like, not be doing that, you know? For real. Like, I see zero reason for you to just, like, hoard your music like that, to be honest. I don't really fuck with that shit. And, like, I don't think anybody should do that. Like, I mean, look, like, there's shit that, like, you don't want to release, and there's shit that, like, doesn't, like, necessarily need to be released or anything like that. But at the end of the day, like, you can't really sit there and flex it either. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of like, not really cool. TBH. At least to me, anyways, because it's just like, you're fucking capping. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I do see a lot of that, though. There's a whole lot of that shit. Down bad, Tyler, what's good? I hope you're all on me. What's poppin'? Welcome to Strem. But yeah, man. I don't know. Definitely intriguing, to say the least. Like, because even myself, right? Like, I can relate to that in some degree because it's just like, don't you have like songs that you're working on or you don't have like released yet that just never came out? Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course. But like the majority of my own release library, other than the shit that like I'm working on currently, there isn't a lot that I would release right now confidently. It's just really not a lot. You know what I mean? Because like I've leveled up so much, and that was the thing that I was really talking about a little bit earlier. Like, if you're making that much music, supposedly, right? You'd be leveling up constantly. You'd be making better music. You'd be making better everything. So it's just like, in reality, those 500 songs don't mean shit because you weren't as good as you are now when you made said 500 songs. You know what I mean? Like, you're making way better shit now. Like, I'm making way better shit now, for example. Sunburn's making way better shit now, for example. Like, half the shit that he hasn't released is either for the future or will never come out because it's just not up to standard. And, like, fuck, like, music standards and shit like that. Like, it just should be about your standard, you know? That's the only shit I'm talking about is, like, your standard. And, like, if you think the shit's, like, where you're at, then yeah. But to say that you have like this fucking pool of songs that are unreleased and are all bangers and all that other shit, I kind of want to call cap on that, but I don't because you can't really just accuse people or anything like that, you know? Because who the fuck knows in reality? People are just dumb and really will gatekeep themselves with a bunch of heaters. But if they really were heaters, they should be out. You feel me? Like if they're straight fire, they should be out. I hate people that do that because you're only like bogging down yourself, and they don't understand that until like the later game. And then they're like, "Fuck, bro! Like I wish I just put out way more music," you know? Because they'll see when they start to put out music more consistently that people can't really ignore it because you're always putting out music one way or another. You know, like one way or another, you're always gonna be putting out shit. So like even if people miss one release, they're not gonna miss the next one or this one or that one. That's why you can't be like a ghost in this shit, you know? And I don't find that saying that you have a big library of songs to pick from is really that much better for you either, you know? Because then it just leads to the question, well, why the fuck aren't you fucking releasing shit? You know? So, I think that's that on that. Look, interesting topic, but had to be discussed. I think I have discussed this a little bit, but not into super great detail. And I just felt like that needed to be discussed for sure. So, I mean, look, the point of me is this guy gonna steal my board? Nah, he's just walking all over my board, yo. Oh my god, he's gonna fall. Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed. Yo, what's up? You wanna scrap? You wanna fucking scrap, loser? Yeah. You just fuck right off, buddy. Go ahead. Chat, if this guy fucking hits me, dog. It's about to be the first beef on Music Mondays, I guarantee it. Hold up. For those of you listening on audio, we got an AI over here. Really angry in Skate 3, ready to whip my ass. Yeah, he walked away. Walked away like a little bitch. Okay. So as I was saying, like, Music Mondays will never really, like, full on recommend that you do anything unless you really ask for direct advice. But it is recommended that you do listen to the whole show and what I do say on the show because it's for that reason, you know what I mean? Like it's for the community. It's for artists. It's for all creatives, not just music. So I say those things with integrity in mind and good intentions. And you guys are better than that shit, you know? You don't have to flex your fucking library of unreleased music, you know? Put that shit out. Straight up. Like, you don't want to be like your favorite artist fucking taking 3 years to put out an album and be like, yeah, bro, this is my greatest body of work, fucking blood, sweat, and tears, and you know what I mean? 3 fucking years, dog? 2 years, a year? Are you fucking serious? What are you doing all day? What are you doing all day? Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. Get that shit done, get that shit out, and start working on the next joint. Period. Point fucking blank. It's good for you, you know? And it's never gonna hurt you. Working like that in the music industry or even any creative space is never going to fucking hurt you, bro. Put that shit out. No matter how quote unquote good you get. People get cocky. And I really think that's like a real background with that is they get pretty cocky and then they're like, yeah, this, and this. And it's just like, I got all these songs. Like, y'all don't even deserve them type of shit. And it's just like 500 dick emojis and I'll drop the album. Like, bro, nobody wants to fucking do all that, bro. If you care about music, you care about your own music, you want that shit out, release that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, in some ways for promo, it's good, but you don't have to promo like that. You don't have to like force your fans to fucking suck up your engagements, bro. Like that's like such a label move. That's like such an industry move to just like want people's engagement to show them how much they want an album, bro. Like after a certain point, that's just what you do. But like in the early game, bro, put that shit out. Put a lot out. Put everything out. Damn near. And organize it though. Don't just, willy nilly start fucking throwing shit out in the air. You know what I always say, bro. So, real shit. Work hard, man. Ain't nobody gonna fucking, Sunburn took a fucking, like, 8 months to make this album. And, like, prior, they were, like, other, previously worked on songs that made it onto the album. So, like, it's like a year in total, man. But do you think that was, like, he didn't put out shit in that whole year? Fuck no. This man put out side EPs, this man put out singles, this man put out Single With Me. Like, bro, come on. Work, 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 work. If you love this shit, you should want to work. 100%. So, yeah, that's that on that, man. I won't rant anymore on that. I thought that was a cool subject to talk about, though, and not a lot of people really do. But eventually, when my setup gets upgraded, we're definitely going to be having other creatives on the show with me to be able to discuss these topics and get some other people's opinions and shit. And of course, we'll be doing a lot of like text interviews, audio interviews, text reviews as well. A lot of written pieces. So, like I said, shit's changing with Music Mondays, man. It really is. So be on the lookout for all that shit this week. 110%. 110%. Shit, chat. I don't think I have a bottle of water up here. It's my coffee. I hate that shit. That's better. So, let's get into our reviews for the week, yeah? Let's see what's up with everything. Now, as usual, before I get into this, if you missed episode 22, of course, it's available on YouTube, like I said at the beginning of the show. Check that out on YouTube. Just type in Music Mondays, Zomb Slays, anything on YouTube. Either one of those two search terms will bring you to every episode. Of course, the whole playlist will be linked in the description of the YouTube video as well. But, I was going to start off with something and I just forgot what it was. It'll come back to me, but regardless, last week I tweeted out for links around the 22nd, and of course, as you guys know, I tweet out for links the following day I record for Music Mondays, and the reason I do that is because I go through submissions tonight, and everybody's submissions from last week's tweet gets reviewed, and some people make it on the show. And tomorrow's the day that submissions open back up for the July 5th show, which is next Monday. But this week, we had around 12 submissions or so, which is fucking amazing. But I did notice that a lot of the content submitted was among the usual content that doesn't really make it on Music Mondays, and it's not really for any particular reason other than I just feel like it doesn't fit, and people just gotta work harder, man. Like, plain and simple, like, a lot of the shit that I'm hearing that is submitted to Music Mondays as far as music goes, because every time we get art, fashion, or anything like that, it's fucking amazing. But, and of course, music too. But the submissions that don't make it on in particular, just are not what Music Mondays is looking for. And we're not looking for like the best professional anything. You know what I mean? We can't expect anybody to be an amazing artist right off the bat, right? But like I always say, I've been doing this for a long time, and I know low effort shit when I hear it, man. And it's just us saying that you gotta work harder. And like I always say, you can always come back and keep submitting to Music Mondays, man. You know, we'll always give you another play. We'll always give you another chance to be reviewed. We'll always listen. You know, that's why all submissions are treated very equally because it's important to do that. It's important to do that. It's not a one-time gig here at Music Mondays. So don't ever feel like you're never gonna get on. But if you don't fit the criteria at the moment. And the only criteria is good music. Plain and simple. And good music is subjective, but if you go back and listen to past reviews and go check out some of the past artists that have been on Music Mondays, perfect is by no means any of these songs, you know? By no means. So, just know that, man. Just know that Music Mondays is very equal, and um, a lot of the music that I enjoy is similar to what we review on here, and I always go outside my realm, anyways. Like, even like I always say for like heavy metal tracks or any bands that submit, like a lot of that scene is very not in my circle, but at the same time, I have friends that are very heavy into that circle. I speak on things as far as like mixing and sound quality and structure and things that you don't really have to like a genre for, you know? And it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool because regardless, I try to look at everything from the glass half full. And sometimes there's just too much for me to say and understand for one particular review, and then it would make it seem mostly negative. So basically, in the lightest way I could ever say that if you don't get on Music Mondays is just work harder, man. That's all. Because I know you can do it. I know a lot of people can do it. Everybody can do it. Um, just keep striving for that sound and that brand and that vision that you really want, you know? Always. Before we get into the reviews, this fucking old guy, bro. He wants to smoke for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. But out of all the reviews that we did get, I selected a lot of amazing, amazing, amazing people. So, like I said, if you're looking to submit for next week, um, the submission tweet will be open tomorrow, live, next week, July 5th. And I usually put the tweet out mid-afternoon or mid-morning. Either way, you'll find out about it, and the tweet will be live, of course, on our Twitter at All Music Mondays. But this first track, titled Graveyard Shift, by an artist known as Skino B, and he's part of a collective or label titled Money Green Music. And Money Green Music has submitted several tracks to us in the past, but it's been a little while since I've heard anything from Money Green Music, and Skino did not disappoint whatsoever. Track is linked in chat now, and it'll be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. But the beat kicks on, man. It's a light R&B track with like really really dope trap elements, and it's a Mary J. Blige sample. The song's titled Mary Jane from Mary J. Blige, and it's really a sample that you should know if you're in the realm of like just really good music, to be honest with you. Like, if you don't know this fucking sample, you're crazy. But, Skino comes in with some really good currency type flows, but of course with his own little sprinkle of, uniqueness on top of it. Really simple light bars, but the mix fits really, really well on this sort of beat. You know what I mean? Like, this mix is really, really perfect and spaced out for this type of, like, sample beat, you know? And this track is really, really cool to me. One of the tracks that stood out for myself when I was going through all the submissions this week. But like I said, overall very chill track, man. Simple bars, really really good shit. Hook's amazing. The first verse is a bit long, but not too bad. It's really like what it's supposed to be, you know. I think the structure of this is really good, and I think Skino nailed what he was going for, to be honest. But like I said, chill track overall, 10 out of 10 for me, man. Really good underground shit right here, and I would like to see more of this from Money Green Music and Skino. So thank you for the submission, homies. Be safe, and Appreciate you. And I really think that's like a good model of what um like it's just a good model of what we accept here at Music Mondays. Like that's just a really really great track, you know? Really really great track and it doesn't have to be completely perfect, man. That's some really good high effort underground shit. And that's what Music Monday specializes in is underground art. Whether it be music, writing, creativity, anything. And that's good shit right there. But um our next submission, which is actually a really, really good friend of mine, his name is Shies. He was a former member of 29 Club and now a independent artist out of New York. And he works his ass off. And he submitted some great cover art to us, and of course it'll be linked in the description and linked in chat as well. This is the HD art that he submitted to us. Um, you can actually load it in 4K, so make sure if you check this out on Twitter, load this in 4K. Um, but yeah, man, Shies took on the art thing. Um, I'd say around pandemic times, like we were pretty deep in pandemic, or maybe it it wasn't that long ago, but it was very very recent, and the way he's progressed now is fucking insane. Um, Shies really has this super alternative art style, and myself, I enjoy it, and I know a lot of people enjoy it. But the piece that he sent right here is actually super alternative, and it's sort of like an acid type trippy piece. And it made me curious on what he creates on because this is like such a good piece. Like this is bright. The color palette's insane. The way it's edited is great because it has like these borders that you see in like Midwest sort of emo kind of art, even band art, and it's just really alternative, and it's such a good fucking piece. But it did make me curious on what he creates on, and it made me curious how he edits his art because this is a piece that is really really dope, really dope. But like I said, man, like from where he started off to where he is now is fucking crazy because it wasn't that long ago. I'm not trying to say like he just picked it up and was like bang, like I'm sure he puts in his work, but the progression is fucking amazing. Like good for Shies, man. Like if you get a chance, man, go check this guy out. He's really really fucking nice. He works his ass off and just go show him some love, man. His cover art's linked in the description. His art's linked in the description. And I'm sure he's taking commissions and would love to work with some people, man. So go check out Shaz. Really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. Um, but shout out you, homie. Thank you for the submission. I'm sure we'll talk soon because I'd like to get you on for an interview, even a text written interview. We'll be talking, definitely. But shout out Shaz. Go show him some love. Thank you for the submission, homie. Great guy, Shaz, man. He's a really good guy. So, chat, we have one more submission of the night. And last, but of course, most certainly not least, because of course you're here live on Music Mondays, so you're definitely not last. Regardless, um, last submission is from an artist titled Zach Gross, and his track is titled Escape. And really, this is just some head turning type shit because when I had first heard this, I was like, holy shit, this is like, this is insane. Because, hold on, let me link this in chat and, of course, linked in the description as well. Um, track's titled Escape, and I looked at this person's Twitter bio, and they were like, they were very unique. And their bio said that they were an experimental artist. And if you hear this, it sort of throws you off at the start, but I believe like the second melody that comes in and the first switch up is really what turned my head at first because I was like, hold the fucking phone, there's no way. So this is an instrumental track and it's extremely experimental and it's super unique and it's not too outlandish as to where you'd kind of be like, oh, this is fucking whack, and it's not too like regular as to where you think he's like ripping off somebody. Like this is a very very great like unique and experimental song for sure. Nothing like I've heard on Music Mondays. 100%. Very, very bouncy drums, with all types of drum elements as well. Great melodic elements. And it's sort of a longer track, and I like the fact that they kept the structure fresh for as long as this song is. And it has a lot of variety. So I think that's what kept this alive a lot and kept you wondering like what was gonna come next as far as like drops and hooks and just really crazy structures, man. Like really fucking crazy structures. And I enjoyed this. Like as a listener, I enjoyed this for what it is because it's experimental, it's unique, and it's definitely something that could be used in almost any scenario, sort of like movies, um, cutscenes, video games, any sort of thing like that. This is that type of realm. And if you're sort of into like interesting sounds and you're into experimental shit, this is 100% for you. Um, yeah, 10 out of 10 for me for effort on uniqueness and experimental shit, man. Like this is some real experimental shit, and I enjoyed it. So shout out you, Zach. Go check out Escape. Go show Zach some love. Linked in the description, and of course, linked in chat. But yeah, much love, homie. Thank you. And that concludes our submissions for episode 23, chat. That was really really amazing, to be honest. Like you guys really continue to surprise me, and um, shout out you, chat. Really really good shit, to be honest. Really good shit. But yeah, that concludes our reviews for episode 23. Um, Next week we'll be live on July 5th with episode 24. And if you'd like to submit for next week, make sure you follow us on all social medias at All Music Mondays. And I want to see some good shit, man. I want to see some good shit. I hope you guys continue to work hard because that was amazing. And not just music either. Like if you're watching and you're listening and you'd like to submit your artwork, your anything, your brand, your YouTube video, your I don't give a fuck what it is, submit it. And if you want your review here, uh, on Music Mondays, submit and follow us on all socials, man. But with that being said, I have a few closing statements before we wrap things up for episode 23. I did tweet out earlier, excuse me, earlier this week. I tweeted out for questions for this episode, and there wasn't a lot of replies, and it was kind of disappointing. So I was like, shit, um, I need to ask at the end of this episode and at the end of this week's reviews. So if you have any questions for myself or Music Mondays or just really about music or anything in general, drop it in the comments, drop it us in DM, drop it us on social media. Um, Absolutely, absolutely. We're never gonna shy away from anything. We're never going to give you a whack answer on anything. We're here to talk and we're here to discuss things, and this is the platform for that. So, if you have any questions or like to see us talk about anything here on Music Mondays, drop it in the comments, or like I said, drop it to us on social media. But yeah, we'll be live next week, which will be July 5th, and like I said, everything for the new and improved Music Mondays will be we'll be alive and it'll be ready to go and it'll be popping. So I hope y'all are ready. I hope you all stay on the lookout. Keep your eyes peeled. Literally, keep your eyes peeled. And of course, I'll keep everybody posted on my socials as well. But thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for submitting for this week. And submissions are back open tomorrow, um, which will be Tuesday, the 29th of June. And these submissions that'll be taking tomorrow are for next week, which will be Monday, July 5th, and we'll be live with episode 24. Thank you guys for hanging out. This has been Zomb Slays. This has been Music Mondays. This is episode 23, live on YouTube this Friday as well. So, thank you guys for coming out. This is Music Mondays, and I'll see you guys next week. Later, chat.